The Mummy, 2017 film. The Mummy is a 2017 American action-adventure film directed by Alex Kurtzman, and written by David Koepp, Christopher McQuarrie, and Dylan Kussman, with a story by Kurtzman, Jon Spaihts, and Jenny Lumet. It is a reboot of the Mummy franchise and the first installment in the Dark Universe film series. The film stars Tom Cruise, Annabelle Wallis, Sophia Boutella, Jake Johnson, Courtney B. Vance, and Russell Crowe. The Mummy premiered at the State Theatre in Sydney, Australia on May 22, 2017, and was theatrically released in the United States on June 9, 2017 in 2D, 3D, and IMAX 3D. It received negative reviews from critics and grossed over $396 million worldwide, and was labeled a box office disappointment given its high production and advertising costs. Plot: in 1127 AD, several English Crusader knights bury an Egyptian ruby within the tomb of one of their number, in present-day London. A construction crew discovers the tomb and a mysterious man is authorized to investigate the site. In a flashback to the New Kingdom era, Princess Amenet is first in line to succeed her father Meneptah until his second wife gives birth to a son. Determined to claim the throne for herself, Amenet sells her soul to the Egyptian god Set, who agrees to help her if she uses a dagger to transfer his spirit into a corporeal form. After killing her family, Amenet attempts to sacrifice her lover to Set but is captured by her father's priests and condemned to be mummified alive for eternity. Her sarcophagus is buried in Mesopotamia and submerged in a pool of liquid mercury so that her monstrous form will not escape. In present-day Iraq, soldier of fortune Nick Morton and his partner Chris Vail accidentally discover the tomb of Amenet after staging an airstrike on an insurgent stronghold. Jenny Halsey, an archaeologist who had a one-night stand with Nick, arrives and investigates the tomb, correctly concluding that it is a prison. After extracting Amenet's sarcophagus from a pool of mercury, Nick's superior, Colonel Greenway, places the sarcophagus on a transport plane headed to England. During the flight, Vail becomes possessed by Amenet's power after being bitten by a camel spider while inside the tomb. After attempting to open the sarcophagus, he stabs Greenway and attacks the group, forcing Nick to shoot him dead. A huge murder of crows then assault the plane, causing it to crash and kill everyone on board except for Jenny, who is parachuted off the plane by Nick. Nick awakens a day later in a morgue in Oxford, and learns from Vail's ghost that he has been cursed by Amenet, who seeks to use him as a replacement vessel for Set. Amenet's mummy escapes from the sarcophagus and begins feeding on rescue workers to regenerate her decomposed body, turning the workers into zombie minions. She lures Nick and Jenny into a trap, forcing the two to fight off the minions as they unsuccessfully try to escape. Amenet also recovers the blade of the dagger of Set from a reliquary in a nearby church. At the last second, unknown soldiers appear and subdue Amenet. Their leader, Dr. Henry Jekyll, explains that Jenny is an agent of Prodigium, a secret society dedicated to hunting supernatural threats. He confirms that Nick was cursed when he unlocked Amenet's tomb and reveals his intention to complete her ritual and allow Set to possess Nick in order to destroy Set and end his evil forever. Meanwhile, Amenet summons another spider to possess a Prodigium technician and frees herself from captivity, wreaking havoc, death, and destruction in the process. Jekyll succumbs to his own dark impulses and transforms into Edward Hyde, his murderous and psychotic alternate personality. When Nick rebuffs Hyde's offer of an alliance between them, Hyde attacks him. Nick manages to stop him with a serum Jekyll uses to suppress his evil side. He and Jenny then escape from Prodigium while Amenet steals back the dagger, summons an army of deceased English crusaders to serve her, and creates a massive sandstorm that ravages London. The undead knights slaughter the Prodigium soldiers in the tomb, allowing Amenet to recover the ruby and set it in the dagger's pommel, granting her all she needs to free Set. Guided by Vail, Nick and Jenny flee into the London underground tunnels, but are attacked by Amenet's minions. Amenet captures Jenny and drowns her, hoping to break her hold over Nick. Nick puts up a fight but gives up and lets himself embrace Amenet, using it as a ruse to steal the dagger and stab himself. His body is possessed by Set, who proceeds to join Amenet to uphold his end of the bargain until he sees Jenny's dead body. at which point Nick regains control and uses Set's powers to overpower and suck the life out of Ahmanet, turning her back into a shriveled mummy. Nick harnesses Set's powers to resurrect Jenny, saying goodbye before becoming overwhelmed by Set's power and disappearing. Soon, Jenny regroups with Dr. Jekyll and